In the last lecture, we have started with the chapter of isomerism. What is the definition for isomerism? Isomers are those compounds having same molecular formula but having different properties. The properties can be physical properties or chemical properties. You can have difference in both the physical as well as chemical properties. Sometimes you may have difference only in the physical properties. Okay. If there is difference in any property, then we will definitely say those two compounds are two different compounds but not the same compound. Classification mein, they are classified as structural isomers as well as stereoisomers. Structural isomers arise because of exchanging of two groups which are not present on the same carbon. If you are exchanging two groups which are present on the same carbon, and in the process, if you are forming a new compound, those isomers are called as stereoisomers. For structural isomers, you will definitely see different IUPAC names. For stereoisomers, the IUPAC name will be same. In order to differentiate them, we need to add extra part like cis or trans. Structural isomerism mein we have chain isomerism, position isomerism, and functional isomerism. In stereoisomerism, you have geometrical, optical, and conformers. Last lecture में हमने chain isomerism और position isomerism के बारे में भी discussion किया और functional isomerism भी किया है. And we have taken a question to determine total number of structural isomers. If they are asking total number of structural isomers, you need to count all chain, positional as well as functional. Okay. Definition में हमने structural isomerism. They definitely have different structure. How to get structural isomers? By interchanging two groups which are not present on the same carbon, and you need to form a new compound in the process. How to get stereoisomers? There won't be a different structure. The difference will be in the spatial arrangement. In space, the arrangement of groups will be in different directions. Stereo indicates space. Okay. So इस case में we have taken the example of geometrical isomers. Stereo में आपको geometrical भी है, optical भी है, conformers भी है. उनके बारे में अलग से discuss करेंगे. As an example, I have taken geometrical isomers. In geometrical isomers, if you see CS3 and CS3, यहाँ पे आपको distance L1 है and यहाँ पे आपको distance L2 है. Because of the different distance between the groups or among the groups, you will be having different types of interactions. If you're having different interactions, obviously their properties will be different, physical properties, like boiling point, melting point. We will understand how boiling point and melting point vary in cis and trans later. So this is about stereoisomers. बाद में हमने chain isomerism का definition लिखा. If you identify two compounds as chain isomers, see for the IUPAC name. If you are seeing the IUPAC name, if there is a difference in the compound root, then those two compounds will be the chain isomers. If you are want to identify position isomers, the position of the functional group or the position of the substituent will be different. So naming mein aap log, you can see different numbers. Okay. If you identify different numbers in the IUPAC name, we can say that it is a positional isomer. Functional isomerism ke case mein humne we have discussed something like degree of unsaturation. 1 degree of unsaturation can be because of a pi bond or because of a ring. Okay. Degree of unsaturation is nothing but the number of hydrogen molecules which are deficit with respect to the nearest alkane. ऐसा ही कुछ किया हमने. So we have marked different homologous series and उन homologous series से क्या-क्या family of compounds बन सकता है. We have identified that. Okay, this is not the complete list. We have listed only some of the compounds that can be formed. कुछ cases में we have written the complete list. यहाँ पे alcohols इधर से बन सकता है. यहाँ पे केवल alkenes, cycloalkenes, and यहाँ पे केवल alkenes. इनमें और भी कुछ variations हो सकता है, हमने mark नहीं किया. These are the most common variations. Okay. Then we have seen how to calculate the number of structural isomers for this example C4H10O. करना क्या है? You need to remove the oxygen. After removing the oxygen, form the chain isomers of the given molecule. Once you form the chain isomers, you will get alcohol whenever you place oxygen on the carbon. You will get ether whenever you place oxygen between two carbons. So identify all unique carbons and identify all unique positions for insertion of oxygen. If you are inserting oxygen between two carbons, you will get ethers. If you are placing an oxygen on the carbon atom, you will be getting alcohol. Agreed? Okay. There is one more method for calculating number of alcohols as well as ethers. That method will be helpful in analyzing next question. So पहले वो method देख लेते हैं. What you can do is we need to calculate number of isomers of C4H10O, right? C4H10O. करना क्या है? Remove the oxygen and add a carbon. Remove the oxygen and add a carbon and make an alkane out of it. If you are adding a carbon, you will be having C5. What is the formula of alkane? C5H12. Okay. I'm converting this into alkane C5H12 by removing oxygen. Now form all chain isomers C5H10 का. ये वाला एक रहेगा 5 membered का parent chain. Then you will have 4 membered parent chain. Agreed? Then you will have 3 membered parent chain. हमने किया क्या है? We have removed oxygen and उस place में हमने oxygen को लगाया, sorry carbon को लगाया. If I want to get back the alcohol or if I want to get back the molecule with formula C4H10O, I need to replace the carbon by oxygen. Starting में आपने oxygen को carbon के साथ replace किया. After forming the chain isomers, replace the carbon back with oxygen. इसमें आपको करना क्या है? If you choose all 1 degree carbons and if you are replacing those carbons with oxygen, can I say I will get an alcohol? इसके place में आप अभी OH लगाओ. You are getting an alcohol. So identify all unique 1 degree carbons in all the molecules. Unique 1 degree carbons will give you alcohols. Replace the 1 degree carbons by oxygen, you will get alcohol. Agreed? यहाँ पे ये unique है. This is a unique carbon. This carbon is similar to this carbon. Identify that. ये दोनों एक जैसा ही है ना? So उसको select करने की जरूरत नहीं. Again, this carbon is unique. I hope you are understanding what is meant by unique carbon. ये वाला carbon अलग है completely. Because इस carbon के immediately बाजू में methyl group है. इस carbon को एक carbon छोड़ के carbon के ऊपर methyl है. So these two carbons are different carbons. Agreed? Okay, good. यहाँ पे unique 1 degree carbons केवल यही है. So total number of unique 1 degree carbons are nothing but 4. So can I say this particular molecule has 4 alcohols? Starting में भी वही आया हमको normal method के साथ भी. देखो 4 alcohols. How to get an ether? You can get an ether by replacing the 2 degree carbon. If I am replacing this 2 degree carbon by oxygen, देखो ether बन गया. Observe this. Ether है ना? This is also replacing a 2 degree carbon. देखो ether बन गया. So replace all unique 2 degree carbons. Unique 2 degree carbons are nothing but ethers. ये unique है. ये भी unique है. This carbon is similar to this. This carbon is similar to this. Okay. यहाँ पे ये एक unique है. Do you have any 2 degree carbons in this? No. So कितना है ethers? You have 3 ethers. You have 4 alcohols, 3 ethers, total 7 isomers. पहले भी वही आया. Okay. So do for आप लोग करो. Solve question C5H12O using this method. C5H12O. करना क्या है? First you need to replace the oxygen by carbon, form the alkane C6H14. Identify all chain isomers. After that, identify all unique 1 degree carbons which are equal to alcohols, unique 2 degree carbons which are equal to ethers. You need to know how to draw the chain isomers. If anyone has any doubt in drawing chain isomers, please ask me. See if you can form only these chain isomers or not. यही बनता है ना?
Yes.
Total six नहीं, 5. Total 5 chain isomers. Identify all unique 1 degree carbons first. 1 degree. वन डिग्री, ये भी यूनिक है, ये वाला भी यूनिक है. ओके, दिस इज सिमिलर टू दिस, दिस इज सिमिलर टू दिस. सो सारे 4 एक जैसा ही है. एग्रीड? ये और ये एक जैसा ही है, सिमेट्रिकल है ना. ये और ये एक जैसा ही है. सो ऑल दीज 4 आर alike. So choose only one particular 1 degree carbon. 2 degree carbons. 1, 2. ये भी यूनिक है. यूनिक है क्या? नहीं ना. देखो, this is similar to this and this will be similar to this. ओके, 2 ही है. यहाँ पे सेकंड है, इस साइड से ये सेकंड है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ये थर्ड है, राइट हैंड साइड से ये थर्ड है. सो दोनों सेम ही है. सो नो नीड टू मार्क दैट. ये अलग होगा, ये भी अलग होगा. एग्रीड? यहाँ पे ये this will be similar to that of this. ये एक होगा, उतना ही ना. सो टोटल कितना हुआ देखो, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 अल्कोहल्स. 1 2 3 4 5 6 ईथर्स. पहले भी वही आया ना हमें. You have 8 ROH alcohols, 6 ROR ether. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, next. Amines. I hope this is clear. I'm going to the next part. If you have any doubt, ask me, or else I am going to the next part. Okay. Amines. Amines are nothing but ammonia derivatives. What is meant by ammonia? Ammonia is nothing but NH3. In ammonia, you are having 3 hydrogens. If you replace one hydrogen by an alkyl group, you will get 1 degree amine, also called as primary amine. If you replace 2 hydrogens by 2 alkyl groups, it will lead to the formation of 2 degree amine or secondary amine. If you replace all the 3 hydrogens by 3 alkyl groups, you will get 3 degree amine or tertiary amine. So in amines, you can have 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree. And ये जो 3 different variations है, among them, they are considered as functional isomers. Even though all of them are amines, they are treated as functional isomers. The reason for that is their reactions with different reagents. Their reactions with different reagents will lead to different products. We expect them to, or else we don't get a similar type of product. एक ही reagent के साथ ये जो 3 amines जो है, whenever they're reacting, they will lead to different types of products. Hence, they are treated as functional isomers. Okay. Very important. 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree amines are functional isomers. Similarly, ये जो aldehyde and ketone है, those two are also considered as functional isomers. Very important. Aldehydes and ketones, even though both of them are carbonyl compounds, those two are treated as functional isomers. Reason is, whenever I am reacting them with a specific reagent, the products obtained will be different with an aldehyde and with an ketone. Okay. Similarly, as your amines say, if I'm treating them with similar reagent, you will be getting different products with 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree amines. Hence, they are treated as functional isomers. One of the standard questions. Okay. Okay. You need to calculate number of isomers of C4H11N. मतलब क्या है? You need to calculate all possible 1 degree amines, 2 degree amines, and 3 degree amines. पहले आप लोग कोशिश करो, मैं समझाता हूँ. You can take help of this particular method. यहाँ पे जो भी किया है ना, use this particular logic and try to get the answer for this. Answer anyone?
7.
Total are 7. Individual 1 degree कितना है, 2 degree कितना है, 3 degree कितना है? Any idea?
1 degree 4, 2 degree 3, 3 degree 1.
Very good. तब 8 हो गया ना? 4 plus 3 plus 1.
नहीं, हाँ 8 है.
9 है. Okay. What is the logic you are using, Samar?
वो एक कार्बन नाइट्रोजन निकाल के एक कार्बन
Very good.
लगाया.
Very good. Replace the nitrogen by carbon and you will get C5H12, the nearest alkane. Form all possible chain isomers. 5 हुआ. This along with this, or you can have यही है ना. अभी एक नाइट्रोजन को रिप्लेस करके आप लोग ने कार्बन को लगाया. So replace back that particular carbon with nitrogen. If I am replacing 1 degree carbons, what will I get? I will be getting 1 degree amine. Agreed. So यहाँ पे आपको 1 degree amine मिलेगा. Identify all unique 1 degree carbons. It will lead to the formation of 1 degree amine. If you replace 2 degree carbons, unique 2 degree carbons, it will give me 2 degree amines. Agreed? Do you have any 2 degree carbon in the third compound? No, right? Next, replace the 3 degree carbons. यहाँ पे 3 degree carbons को भी replace करना पड़ेगा in order to get a 3 degree amine. बस उतना ही है. और कुछ है क्या? So total कितना हो गया? You have 4 1 degree amines, 3 2 degree amines, and 1 3 degree amine. Agreed? So total आपको 8 हो गया. आया समझ में? So this method will be helpful in order to count number of amines. यहाँ पे आपको ether जो है, it can form only 2 bonds. इसलिए 2 degree वाले कार्बन को रिप्लेस किया. 3 degree amine जो है it can form 3 bonds, hence I need to replace the 3 degree carbon. Okay, so और एक क्वेश्चन दे देता हूँ, उसको सॉल्व कर लेना. We will go ahead. C5 यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, C4, it has to be C4. Okay, it has to be C. क्या होना चाहिए, C4H9N होना चाहिए ना फॉर्मूला. नहीं, C4H11 ही है. ओके, सो यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा, C5H13 होगा, क्योंकि NH2 में आप लोग 2 हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर रहे हैं. सो यू विल बी हैविंग एक्सेस ऑफ 1 हाइड्रोजन. एक हाइड्रोजन को हटा के NH2 अटैच कर रहे हैं. सही है. C5H13N. Identify all 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. C6H14 होगा. 18 है क्या टोटल, चेक करते हैं. 6 कार्बन का 5 कार्बन यहाँ पे एक रहेगा. यहाँ पे एक होगा. Then you have यही कुछ होगा. 1 डिग्री कार्बन एक ही है यहाँ पे. 1 and 2, 1 ये भी यूनिक है. एग्रीड. 2 डिग्री कौन कौन है, ये 2 ही होगा. यहाँ पे 2, एक ही है, एक ही है. यहाँ पे तो 2 डिग्री है ही नहीं. देन यू हैव 3 डिग्री. दिस इज 3 डिग्री. दिस इज ऑल्सो 3 डिग्री. यहाँ पे है ही नहीं. दोनों सेम ही है, टोटल कितना हुआ? आई थिंक 17 है ना, 17 ही है, बिकॉज 1 degree amine, 2 degree amines are nothing like, just like alcohols and ethers. Okay, 14 है plus 1 2 3 17. Okay, one degree amines, 2 degree amines, 1 degree amines कितना है आपको ओवरऑल? 8, 2 degree amines 6, 3 degree amines 3, total are 17. Answer is 17. Okay, ठीक है, next. So यहाँ पे अभी हमने we have counted number of amines. और एक स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन आता है, which is counting number of carboxylic acids and esters. Counting number of acids and esters. पहले आपको क्वेश्चन जैसा देता हूं, C4H8O2. Observe this formula, you are having one unsaturation, CnH10 plus 2, sir, there is one unsaturation, so you will be having 1 pi bond. So what you can form is, you can form carboxylic acids and esters. You need to tell me the number of carboxylic acids and esters can be formed using this formula. You may not use this particular method, इस मेथड से नहीं आएगा, आपको खुद सोच के एक बार आप लोग कोशिश करके बताना. Number of carboxylic acids and esters that can be formed from formula C4H8O2. First,
So 6.
6. Okay, we'll check. कितने कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड्स उनमें और कितने एस्टर्स?
2 carboxylic acids and 4 esters.
2 कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड्स एंड 4 एस्टर्स। ओके गुड, देखते हैं, सही लग रहा है मुझे, देखते हैं। I think that's the right answer. 6 is the right answer. 2 carboxylic acids and 4 esters. What is the carboxylic acid? It is RC double bond O OH. You need to see COH in order to have a carboxylic acid. What is meant by an ester? RC double bond O R dash. एस्टर के केस में ये जो R है, it can be hydrogen, can be, you can have that as either alkyl group or you can have that as hydrogen. ये भी हो सकता है. If it is hydrogen, then also it is treated as ester only. HC double bond O OR dash. Agreed? अभी इस केस में हमको करना क्या है? Remove ये जो particular C4H8O2 से remove CO2, कार्बन और 2 ऑक्सीजन को हटाओ. If I am removing carbon and 2 oxygens, I will be left with only 3 carbons. Carbon, carbon और carbon. Once observe everyone. जिसको भी मैंने हटाया है CO2 को, I am placing that back. If I keep the COH on the carbon, I can place that as, observe here, what I can do is, I can place that as C double bond O OH ऐसे लगा सकता हूँ, या I can also place that as O C double bond OH. ये जो CO2 है ना, if I place that as C double bond O, I am getting carboxylic acid. उल्टा प्लेस कर रहा हूँ, O C double bond O प्लेस कर रहा हूँ, then I am getting an ester. Agreed? By placing a CO2 on the carbon, what I can get is, I can get a carboxylic acid. If I am placing that as C double bond OH, I am getting an ester if I am placing that as OC double bond OH. Please identify that. Okay. So आपको यहाँ पे मिला क्या है? You are getting 1 carboxylic acid and 1 ester. Because वो जो CO2 है, it is not symmetrical one. C double bond O अलग है, O C double bond O अलग है. You can place that in 2 different variations. Agreed? Okay. Similarly, यहाँ पे place करने से, can I say I will again get 1 carboxylic acid and 1 ester? इसके लिए मैं मार्क करके दिखा रहा हूँ क्या क्या हो सकता है. What you can get is C double bond O OH. इधर ये आ सकता है आपको, और C bond C, यहाँ पे O C double bond O H. Agreed? So you are getting an acid. This is nothing but an acid, and this is an ester. यहाँ पे भी आपको एक acid मिला और एक ester मिला. So whenever you are placing the CO2 on the carbon, it will result in the formation of 1 carboxylic acid and 1 ester. Is this clear? दूसरा variation क्या हो सकता है? By inserting the C double bond O between 2 carbons. place the C double bond O between these two carbons. What you can get is, again, you can form C, you can insert the carbon C double bond O as in this way, or यहाँ पे O C double bond O C bond C. Are these two different esters? ये भी ester ही है, ये भी ester ही है. Agreed? By inserting CO2 between two carbons, you are getting two esters. So total कितना हो गया देखो. Total you are getting 4 esters and 2 acids. I hope this is clear. आपको 4 esters मिला. You have formed 2 acids. Clear? So method क्या है? Remove CO2 and attach back CO2. Whenever you are attaching CO2 on the carbon, you can have one carboxylic acid, one ester. Whenever you are inserting CO2 between two carbons, you will be having 2 esters. Clear? Inserting CO2 between, देखो C double bond O, यहाँ पे एक कार्बन है, यहाँ पे ethyl group है, यहाँ पे oxygen is attached to methyl group and this is attached to ethyl group. These two are two different esters. Please observe that first. Okay, if you are inserting CO2 in this way, you are getting one ester. Ulta, you are getting the another ester. So by placing CO2 between two carbons, you will get 2 esters. By placing CO2 on the carbon, you will get an alcohol. Sorry, you will get a carboxylic acid and an ester. Clear? Okay, solve this question. Question solve कर लेना, हो जाएगा. C5H10O2. Calculate number of carboxylic acids and esters. हो गया क्या आपका? कितना आया आंसर?
8.
8.
6 ester 2 acids.
6 esters 2 acids. ओके, आपको करना क्या है? यू नीड टू रिमूव CO2, उसके बाद यू नीड टू फॉर्म चेन आइसोमर्स. 2 टाइप्स ऑफ चेन आइसोमर्स बनेगा ना? एग्रीड? इसमें भी आप लोग को कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना है तो अलग से मार्क करना. One for attachment of CO2 on the carbon and the other for insertion of CO2 between 2 carbons. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या क्या हो सकता है आपको? You can attach on this carbon which will lead to 1 carboxylic acid, 1 ester. Agreed? Agreed? Whenever you are placing CO2 on the carbon, you will get 1 carboxylic acid, 1 ester. Similarly, यहाँ पे 1 carboxylic acid, 1 ester. This carbon is similar to this carbon is similar to this. हो गया. और यहाँ पे again 1 carboxylic acid, 1 ester. This is also different. 1 carboxylic acid, 1 ester. These 3 carbons are equivalent. Okay, ठीक है. और क्या हो सकता है? If you place CO2 between these two carbons, you will get 2 esters. By placing between these 2 carbons, यहाँ पे आपको important point है, एक ही ester मिलेगा. What is the reason for that? C, आप C double bond O C bond C ऐसा इंसर्ट करो, या O C double bond O C bond C. Both of them are same, right? So they are not 2 different esters, they are only single esters. So यहाँ पे molecule symmetrical होने की वजह से you are getting only 1 ester. Clear? Agreed? यहाँ पे आपको again you will get 2 esters. Clear है? Is this clear? Please count the total number of carboxylic acids and ester. A minute. क्लियर है? सो टोटल कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड्स कितना हुआ? यू आर हैविंग 4 एसिड्स. एस्टर्स कितना है? 9 एस्टर्स. आंसर इज 4 एसिड्स एंड 9 एस्टर्स. टोटल आर 13 isomers. Let me know if you have any doubt. Insertion of CO2 between 2 carbons, it will lead to 2 esters. Placement of the CO2 on the carbon, it will lead to 1 carboxylic acid and 1 ester. यहाँ पे आपको 2 esters नहीं मिला. The reason is this is symmetrical molecule. So आप लोग यहाँ पे अटैच करते समय CO2 कैसे भी अटैच करो, OC डबल बॉन्ड O और C डबल बॉन्ड O, it doesn't matter. आपको दोनों टाइम एक ही टाइप ऑफ एस्टर मिलेगा. So इसलिए एक ही एस्टर काउंट करना है. क्लियर है? अगर कंफ्यूजन है तो और एक क्वेश्चन कर लेना. ट्राई टू गेट द राइट आंसर. C6H12O2. C6H12O2. Number of carboxylic acids and We need to get total of 28, out of which 8 are carboxylic acids and 20 are esters. एक मिनट, स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहे. या एक बार क्रॉस चेक करना. These are unique carbons. इनके ऊपर अटैच करने से आपको एक कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड, एक एस्टर. These 4 are unique carbons. This is a unique carbon. यहाँ पे this is not a symmetrical molecule, so you will always get 2 esters. This is similar to this. This is similar to this. यहाँ पे these 3 bonds are unique, so 2 esters, 2 esters, 2 esters. यहाँ पे भी 2 esters. Clear है? आया समझ में सबको? Okay. Next type of isomerism called metamerism. Starting में हमने पढ़ा special type of position isomerism is nothing but metamerism. Special type of functional isomerism is nothing but tautomerism. Okay. So metamerism का definition देखो. It is a special case of position isomerism. It is observed due to presence of different alkyl groups attached to the same polyvalent functional group. Polyvalent functional group. What is meant by polyvalent functional group? The functional group that can form more than one bond. It is called as polyvalent functional group. Matlab, suppose if I take C double bond OH, which is an aldehyde, is it a polyvalent functional group? It is able to form only one bond. आपको यहाँ पे you can attach only one alkyl group. So this is not a polyvalent functional group. If I take ketone C double bond O, is it a polyvalent functional group? It can form 2 bonds, na? Matlab it can have 2 alkyl groups. If I take ether, it is also a polyvalent functional group or atom. Okay. Can you give me some more examples? Can you take the example of ester? Carboxylic acid फिर से नहीं होगा, ester होगा. Okay. Can you take the example of a 2-degree amine? I can also take the example of 3-degree amine. यहाँ पे तो आप लोग 3 bonds बना सकते हो. So I can take the examples. Ketone is a polyvalent functional group, and ether, and ester. This is a 2-degree amine, and this is a 3-degree amine. Agreed? Okay. ठीक है. Once again, read the definition. Once again, read the definition. It is observed due to the presence of different alkyl groups attached to the same polyvalent functional group or atom. Suppose if I give you this example, C double bond O bond C, ये एक हुआ, C bond C double bond O bond C. Please observe here, the alkyl groups you are having here are एक methyl group है और एक isopropyl group है. Agreed? In this case, the alkyl groups you are having are 2 ethyl groups. So as you are having 2 different alkyl groups attached to the same polyvalent functional group, these 2 are considered as metamers. These 2 are called as metamers. Clear है? Okay. Similarly, you can give other examples also. C bond C, oxygen, यहाँ पे carbon. You can give C bond O, carbon, or you can also add one more C bond C. All these are metamers among themselves. ओके ठीक है. R CH3 CH2 CH3 CH3 C bond C bond C bond C C double bond O O bond H. Are these two compounds metamers? यहाँ पे आपको CH3 और आइसोप्रोपाइल है, यहाँ पे आपको आइसोब्यूटाइल है और यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन है. Are these two metamers? Polyvalent functional group हुआ. You are having different groups. यहाँ पे 4 कार्बन है, यहाँ पे भी 4 कार्बन है. First for their molecular formula is same. I'm asking, are they metamers or not? Are they metamers? Yes or no? They are. Okay, एक minute. They are not metamers. आप लोग को लग रहा होगा ये metamers because you are having different groups. This is a carboxylic acid. This is an ester. Carboxylic acids and esters are not metamers. They are functional isomers. They are different functional groups. The answer is no. They are functional isomers. Clear है? Everyone. Okay. और एक क्वेश्चन. CH3 NH CH2 CH2 CH3 CH3 CH2 NH CH2 CH3 CH3 N CH3 CH2 CH3. Identify the relation among A, B, and C. Identify the relation among A, B, and C. A or B में what is the type of isomerism? This is 1 degree amine. Sorry, 2 degree ना?
2 degree.
This is 2 degree amine. B जो है, what is the nature of it? It is also a 2 degree amine. C जो है, it is
3D.
3 degree amine. So among A and B, A और B जो है, both of them are metamers. I can call them as metamers because you are having different alkyl groups on the same 2 degree amine, metamers. But if I am taking combination of AC or BC, if I am taking A and C and B and C, those are not metamers, they are treated as again functional isomers. Starting में हमने बात किया ना, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, among them they are considered as functional isomers. What is the reason for that? Because they are having different properties with different chemical reagents. Clear है? Okay, important है, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, they are considered as okay, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines. They are considered as, I hope you can hear me now. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines, they are considered as functional isomers, but they are not metamers. Okay. Similarly, aldehydes and ketones, they are also considered as functional isomers, but not metamers. Carboxylic acids and esters, functional isomers, but not metamers. Okay. If you want to have metamers among the amines, all the amines which you are comparing, they have to be either 2 degree or they have to be either 3 degree. Okay. 1 degree के केस में metamerism होगा नहीं because it is not a polyvalent functional group. 1 degree amine, it can have only one bond, right? Okay. I'm unable to connect. Vishwas, please make me host. दूसरे में. Okay. ठीक है, I'm unable to connect in this. We will end this lecture here. We will continue with tautomerism in the next lecture. Okay. ठीक है. I hope the given examples are clear. I will share the notes. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.